You may have noticed that most people have become obese these days. I'm not talking about all the other people, I'm talking also myself as well. I'll just recount a observation. 6 months ago, I went back to my ancestral home in India, and I was looking at the album from my wedding 40 years ago. So it was me, my brothers, sisters, cousins, and uncles, aunties, all kind of extended family, and people from my village, and also my wife's side, their family. So there were about 200-300 people, like the large Indian weddings we have. And among those people, I could hardly spot anybody who was obese, maybe one or two. But lately, I attended another wedding in the same family. That is, now those people who are old, those they probably passed away, but people like me who are 25 now are 65, and we have got children and grandchildren. So, but the same extended family, same friends from the village, same from my wife's side. But it was hard to find a single slim or skinny person. There may be a couple of them, or maybe some, but maybe they were sick or something like that. Most people were obese. Even children, kids who are 10, 15 years old, they were also obese. 80, 90 kilos. There was no comparison between the two. What to talk about other people? I'll talk about myself. I became an officer in 1981, and I was 21 years of age. I had 4 years of training, extremely fit and healthy. My weight was 57 kilos. I was 5 feet 7 inches then, so am I now. So if I was to measure my body mass index on the Australian Heart Foundation website and the calculator, I'll be counted as healthy. Now, 6 months ago, on my 65th birthday, I measured myself. I was 96 kilos, same height, 5 feet 7 inches. What about my body mass index? Unhealthy, extremely unhealthy, obese. In 40 years approximately, I have gained 40 kilos. What a progress. This is how we all are killing ourselves. We don't need anybody else. We just need ourselves to get us to a situation where it becomes unmanageable. But can we do something about it? Yes. What I did on the 65th birthday is what I think has worked for me. Since then and now, in 6 months' time, I have lost 12 kilos. Not just like that. I had to take care of my diet, my exercise, and things like that. And I think anybody can do it. There is so much of information available on the web. There are hundreds and thousands of people trying to let you know what needs to be done. But I have found out my way, what suits for me, how it works for me. You can find yours from the web. You can follow me. Maybe that suits you. But otherwise, I would suggest just make up your own. Not only that I have lost weight, I have gained so much of strength that I ran a half marathon only about 3 weeks ago. And last weekend, I ran a 10K under 1 hour. And that's not much of an achievement for a lot of people, but for a man who's 65 and who was otherwise not very athletic, it's quite a bit. I would suggest we all get going, and probably that's the way to go. See you again.